What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ellis, and I'm back at it with another video today. You know what it is. You know what it is. So, today, I'm going to be telling y'all the story about how I got... Okay. So, this story, it's a little funny. So, like before, it has my boy Hunter in it. It's just me and him this time, because a lot of my stories going to be with my homie, right? Because it's my brother. I love it. I love that dude. If you see this video, Hunter, bro, I love you, G. Comment down below. You the homie. But, like, me and this dude... we had went to that park I was telling y'all about in that last video. And we went to that creek, right? And we got stuck. We got just straight trapped in the creek. And I'm going to tell y'all all about that today. So, sit back, relax. And, be sure to subscribe if you're new, so you don't miss another funny video. Turn on post notifications and stuff. And, if you like the video, leave a like. And, of course, you gotta share it. Share the video, bro. Help your homie out. Help your homeboy out. Share it with your grandma, your cousin, your sister, your auntie, your mother, your brother. Share it with everybody, bro. If you got somebody to share this video with, share it with them. Now, without further ado, let's get into the story, man. Alright, y'all. So, how this whole story starts, it kind of starts pretty crazy, right? Like, we was, heading on a bike ride, and my boy Hunter, he was like, "Hey, Ellis, you wanna see this creek?" And I'm like, man, I want to see this creek. It's not even a question. So he takes the lead, and he going fast, too, because my old bike I used to use, it was a little busted up. So, like, it was kind of hard to ride, and you would ride it, your legs would start killing you. I don't know what it was about that bike. I think the chain was messed up. That's probably what it was. But, like, he was leaving me in the dust, bro. I think he got there, like, a whole, like 3-4 seconds before me, bro. He had enough time for him to go down and sit down and really just enjoy the view. I was being pretty slow, but I was still able to figure out where he went. So, I ain't get left behind or nothing like that. So, I see him pull up. I see him sit down. I see him, pull out his phone. So, I'll start pedaling faster, because it's really just a straight shot. I can see everything. And so, I pull up. He's like, "All right, bro. Listen, this is the creek. And this creek, it was like any natural creek. You had water coming in. It was like a little bit of I won't say it was it wasn't like no big old waterfall, but there was a little bit of a slope and a drop. Like if you were to trip and fall and go down that little bit of that waterfall, you wouldn't get hurt or nothing. You can probably get back up pretty easily depending on how deep that was. But we didn't know how deep the water was, so we wasn't about to test that out. And so my boy Hunter, he was like, "All right, bro, look, watch me go down, and do not come down until you think that you know what you're doing," right? And I was like, "Man, I got you. In my mind, I was saying, "Nah, I'm gonna go down," right? Cause your boy gonna go down one way or another. Ain't no way you stopping me, bro. If it's an adventure, I'm there. It's like adventure time in this piece. I must be Finn, cause I'm going on that adventure, man. Just saying. And so I see him go down one time. I think to myself, all right, bet. I know what I'm doing. So now I watch him go down. He's coming back up. I think I know what I'm doing. I'm like, bet. All right, bet I'm gonna head down, right? So, I start descending. I'm like, bet, I'm gonna go. And, before I start descending, I don't know how I skipped the very important part before I started descending, Hunter looked me in my eyes. He was like, "Bro, you not ready. Don't do it yet." And I was just like, man, I'm not listening, right? Because I'm very stubborn. So, I decided, all right, bet, let's go. So, now I go down there, and I come back up with relatively pretty much ease. We wasn't about to go in the water yet, because we wasn't about to. I wasn't at that part yet. I mean, I was tempted to, but, I might be, Finn, but I'm no idiot. And so, I'm heading down, I'll come back up, and once I get the hang of walking up and down that slope, because the slope, it wasn't steep, but if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna hurt yourself. So I was getting the hang of that, right? And so I saved 3-4 times, me coming up and down, and racing Hunter back down and up, because we were pretty stupid, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, man, we were so stupid, bro. I decide, all right, bet, let's head into the water, right? So, the one very important thing in this story is if you get your shoes wet, you're screwed. Because it was a slope, which means you're not running back up that slope if you get your shoes wet. You're not going to have any friction. You needed friction to run up and down that slope, right? And so, we decided that we were going to head over there, jump from rock to rock. It wasn't really jumping, but, sometimes you have to jump and stick that landing. We were pretty agile about it, we was pretty cool. We were demons, I guess you could say, because we was making every single jump we had to. YouTube, bro, ain't no way we wasn't about to make them jumps. It was too easy, bro. It was like Smash Bros in the hell, bro. We was making every single jump. And so, we jump from rock to rock like we Mario. Like I'm Mario, he Luigi, bro, because I'm taking the lead, because I'm just like that. And this is where it gets kind of funny. You see, I don't know if I'm not gonna, alright, YouTube. I was gonna tell y'all a lie, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all, YouTube. I got cocky, okay? Look, when I start doing stuff really good and stuff, like how I was doing with that little creek, bro, I get a little cocky, right? So I started to try, like, I started doing too much, right? And I slipped, YouTube. I slipped. And when I slipped, I figured out how deep the water was. It wasn't that deep, but there was glass in the water, so, if I actually hit the ground, I probably would have been very hurt. But luckily, I caught myself. I caught myself on my feet. Well, I had shoes on, sitting up straight. So I caught myself in the water, and both my shoes were soaked. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was soaked. Luckily, it was warm outside. Alright, so after I slipped, Hunter kind of came back kind of nervous, thinking I hurt myself, right? And since he was kind of in a rush to come back, because he ended up passing on a separate rock. Don't ask me how. I guess I wasn't Mario. I guess I was in secret really Luigi, trying to take the lead. And, he was like, yeah, no, pipe down. And so I was like, man, that sucks. So he comes back. He's in a rush to come back to see if I'm hurt or nothing, because, he had to make sure. And he slips. He slips. He catches himself. Both the bottom of his shoes are wet because he didn't go. I don't know if he went completely in. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he didn't get his whole entire shoe wet. I don't know, YouTube. He's just like that, I guess. But he only got he only got the soles of his shoes wet. And he was lucky too. But remember what I said at the beginning of the video. You get your shoes wet, you screwed. You got no more friction. You can't go back up. So we're just kind of looking at each other like, well, we're screwed. And so we're stuck down there. And, the reasonable, thought would be, well, why not take your phone and call for help? And, YouTube, that would have been an amazing idea if, the genius side of me didn't kick in before we decided to go down there. And I kind of told Hunter, bro, we don't want to drop our phones in the creek and lose them forever, right? So we had decided that we would, pick up some grass up there. Because it was a little bit of grass. It was like a little strip of grass up there. And we would put our phones in the grass and then bury it, right? So that way nobody would steal it while we were down there. But also we wouldn't lose it down there. So, we didn't have our phones. So yeah, I kind of screwed us over. Hunter was kind of looking. He was kind of looking at me. He was like, well, we're screwed. And you know what, YouTube? We were screwed. I'm not gonna lie. We were screwed, bro. So we spent the next, it was 90 degrees outside. So it was pretty hot too. But we got to work. We wasn't about to stay down there. We strategized a plan. And I'm telling you, we built chemistry down there, YouTube. What we did is we used perfect communication. We used perfect teamwork. Stepping from rock to rock, picking up heavy rocks, picking up small rocks, and we built a bridge. Where did we build a bridge to? I'm glad you asked, even though you probably didn't ask. Before we started building the bridge, when we were trying to figure out how to get out of there, we looked to our left, I believe it was, and we saw that there was this patch of grass, right, with a bunch of other rocks. So we decided, boom, right there, that'll have to be our end goal. Of course, it was too many rocks. Everything was too unstable to make that far of a jump, because it was far, YouTube. And, we had to start using perfect teamwork and everything. We had to, match our strengths, match our speed, match every single thing, because one slip up could cost us a lot. And so we were picking up extremely heavy rocks together, moving from rock to rock, and the rocks we had to jump at, we didn't go back to those. That's why we had to pick up heavier rocks. We would pick up smaller rocks and we would throw them, right? We formed a highly unstable bridge made up of pure rocks, right? And that took us about 2-3 hours to do, right? Now you guys would probably think, well, nobody got worried about y'all. Nobody decided to come check up on y'all, see what y'all were doing. See, you're wrong. Don't ask me why I'm so stupid, YouTube, but I had on a Bluetooth headset and didn't think about that. And my mom had called me to check up on me. And, I don't know if it was just that deep down inside. Maybe I was happy we were stuck and having fun. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But I answered the phone. I was like, nah, yeah, we good. I'm over at Hunter's house. I really just didn't want her knowing I got stuck in the creek, to be honest with you. But still. I was like, yeah, no, we good. We at the park. We having fun. We messing around. And my mom was like, all right. And then, she hung up. Then we got back to work. So, we ended up finishing off our little creek bridge. And, man, YouTube. When I tell y'all, this bridge was so unstable. It was so unstable that people on fear factor probably wouldn't cross it. People that build bridges for a living would look at it and probably laugh. This bridge was horrible. It was amazing for our cause, but it was a terrible bridge to try to walk over. And so listen, we had no other choice. We ran out of rocks that we could carry, right? So, we formed a unstable bridge, ran out of rocks. So, it was do or die time. So we built halfway, not really halfway. We built a quarter of the way, far enough to make that jump. And Hunter couldn't make it, because if he made it, everything would be destroyed. There would be no way to do it, to get back. So, I took administrative because I took leadership because, one, I got us into the situation, and two, I was a little bit lighter. And I went back to the first rock. I got a little bit of a start, because after 3 hours of going from rock to rock, you become a pro at it. You know what you're doing. So boom, I go back to the first rock, boom, jump, boom, run. These are all unstable rocks. Get to my bridge, and I take a leap of faith, right? I land on the most unstable rock ever. It shakes, it's rocking. I'm thinking I'm about to fall, so I dive. When I dive, YouTube, it was like a whole Call of Duty scene, bro. I made that jump, though. And when I made that jump, YouTube, let me tell y'all, the bridge was destroyed. It wasn't destroyed, but it could be rebuilt. But the only problem is that what we were doing was like a way out. It was like the game A Way Out. It needed teamwork. You couldn't do anything without the other person. So YouTube, we used our big bronze brains, and we found a bunch of rocks over there where I landed at, and I had to use pinpoint accuracy. I was like dead shot with it. I had to take rocks and I had to throw them directly where they needed to be. And if I messed up, Hunter was stuck over there. So there was a lot kind of weighing on me. For smaller rocks that he needed, it was kind of stupid, but we had to do it. I would toss them to him. Not any big rocks, nothing too dangerous, right? Only stuff that I know he could catch and do something with. And the bigger rocks, that medium-sized rocks and stuff like that, stuff that had to be there to make the bridge sturdy for him to walk across, I had to throw them. He would point directly where he needed it, and I would have to throw it. And I underhanded it. Sometimes I chucked it, sometimes I threw it. It just depended on what I had to do. And I was able to make it like a good percentage of the times. I was able to make them. So I end up throwing them, and he readjusts what he needs to readjust sometimes, and we form a completely stable bridge. And that bridge, it was amazing. It wasn't amazing, but it was good enough to now walk across back and forth. That took us about another hour, 30 minutes to do. So we've probably been there for about 2.5 to 3.5 hours, right? I can't give you all the specific time because I didn't have a watch on me. And so that was, so the hard part's out of the way, right? You think, oh, we good. We're just about to go up and then head out, right? No, we have one more very important part. See, where we kind of went at, it wasn't like a hill or nothing. It was a steep drop, right? It was kind of slanted down. So, you could kind of walk up it, but you had to grab one of the stuff, right? So I am building us a path, right? And I'm climbing, Hunter's behind me. I'm like, hey, bro, grab right here. Hey, bro, grab right here. Hey, bro, grab right here, right? And we get to this one spot where we're almost home free. We're about to be there, but we have to get past the hardest part of the climb now. We have to get to the top. And at the top, it's just covered by thorns and leaves and other rocks and stuff, trees and stuff. We couldn't grab onto the trees, though, of course. I was just playing with y'all about the trees part. It was really just thorns, rocks, and leaves. And so the only way that was possible for us to get up through that part is we had to latch onto thorns. Latch onto thorns and pull our way up. And it hurt. It hurt like hell. When we got out of there, we had scratches on our arms, our hands, our arms. And we had scratches on our legs. We had scratches everywhere. But we made it out. And we did it, YouTube. We climbed our way out of there through all the thorns. We nailed our way out of there. We were straight. We were home free. We were out. So now we got up, we went and we grabbed our phones, we laughed about it, and we biked home real quick to, go get some water because we were thirsty. It was 3.5 hours of working in 90-degree weather. Man, it was really fun. Actually, after we had built our bridge, y'all might call it stupid for this, but after we had our bridge built and stuff, we made a secret pact with, unsaid pact with each other, but we weren't planning on letting that bridge go to waste. We weren't planning on letting all of our work be for nothing, 100%. So every like week, every like 1-2 weeks, we would go back down to that creek and we would improve our bridge until we've been down there for a long time. So we were able to navigate through that place perfectly. No mistakes at all. And if we did make a mistake, we no longer had to climb out there the thing. We cut off all the thorns and stuff. So that was no longer a problem if we did get stuck. And if we also got stuck again, you know, our bridge was already built. We were just maintaining it. A man must maintain his work, YouTube. If you a man, you must maintain your work. Ain't no way you can just let it go. Always remember that to the people out there. Always maintain your work. And so that was pretty much I guess you can call that our hideout, I guess. Nobody would really come by there too much. But yeah, to all the guys out there, always remember, maintain your work no matter how dangerous it is. I mean, unless it's like life-threatening. You know, if it's life-threatening and you don't feel comfortable doing it, then don't do it, of course. You know, always worry about number one first. But, you know, that was pretty much our one little place. We would always go down there, maintain our bridge, fix everything. We cut up all the thorns, all the thorn bushes and stuff. So we didn't have to worry about that messing with us. And, yeah, after all that, we were really straight. Ain't had to worry about nothing else, really. But anyways, YouTube, that's the story about how I always tell people how me and Hunter almost died in the creek. But we didn't almost die. Just that's just something I like to say. You know, what's a story without a little bit of a hook, right? But anyways, that's the story about how me and Hunter got stuck in a creek one time and had to fight our way out like dirty animals. And you know, if you liked the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new, share the video. Let somebody else have a laugh and call us stupid if they want to. I don't really care. But, man, what's life without a little bit of risk, right, YouTube? I love y'all. Y'all have an amazing day. Peace out.